Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today I have decided to make something a bit unusual, but I have established a poll on my Instagram and most of you wanted to see it. So today's video will be about my personal style evolution, and I've changed a lot, like really a lot, and it will be approximately from year 2009 2010, like somewhere around that until now, of course. And yeah, I have made a folder with all photos I wanted to show you for this video, and it was kind of fun looking through that because like wow, I have really changed a lot, so this should be fun. So first photo I have for you is from 2009, and it was by the end of the year, so it was technically or almost 2010. And the reason why I wanted to show you this photo is that I have my own hair color here, and it was probably the last photo I have with my own hair color because I've been dyeing my hair for like 10 years now. So here it is. As you can see, I was really into like metal music or rock music, and yeah, I wore almost black, and we will be continuing with this trend as we move on. I don't have any photo from specifically 2010, but I have multiple from 2011, and as you can see, I was really a huge metalhead. I went for kind of boyish style. I used to wear a band t-shirt a lot, and of course steel boots. That was my go-to outfit, and it was basically the only things I wore in the past. And as you can see, I had really long hair, and my hair was so beautiful by then because I only dyed them black with box dye, and yeah, they just looked amazing. I wished I had hair like that again in maybe a few years. I mean, I'm aiming for that right now. So yeah, I think it's really fun to see because I don't look anything like myself now. And by this time I was like 14, 15, I'm not really sure, I really don't want to count it, but I was like 14 and 15 years old here. And yeah, it's really kind of fun because even though my style has changed, I have also changed a lot, like in my face. I feel like my face got more refined and slimmer, even though I was really slim back then also. In a year, I think it was 2012 or 2013, I have decided to cut my hair. And first I have cut them like here, and I actually have no photo of my shoulder length hair, and I also gave myself like a fringe, bangs, whatever. And then after like a few days I decided I want to go even shorter, and I have cut myself like really short. I will insert that picture now. And I still dyed my hair black, and yeah, I have did all haircuts by myself, and I think I did a pretty good job. I wasn't as much of a metalhead as I used to be before. I still wore basically only black, but I inclined more to like fantasy goth style, but I still dressed like more boyish. I never wore skirts, I never wore makeup. I basically looked like a boy, and I was mistaken for a boy in multiple occasions, so yeah. I also had some fangirls, I remember, and yeah, that was really fun actually. And safe to say, in 2013 it was like one of my major transitions because first I have changed my hair to red. Here's the photo. And yeah, I did it also by myself because I wanted to do it like with the help of hairdresser, but I don't know how it is where you live, but in my country all hairdressers I encountered were really inexperienced and they actually didn't know their shit, and they only messed your hair up and didn't do anything you asked them to. And that was basically when I decided that I'm going to dye my hair myself, because like between that I have tried to be bleached at hairdressers and they always ruined my hair. The first one let me out with like bright bleached orange yellow hair, and that was a disaster. I have dyed it black again after like few hours because it just was terrible. And I also tried like blonde box hair dyes and anything, like nothing covered it, so I dyed it black again. And then I tried a different one and she actually like did a pretty good job. She left me with like gingery kinda light brown sand color. I don't have a picture probably, but it wasn't a bad color, but it kind of destroyed my hair still. And I had this color for a while because I really wanted to go white at this point, and yeah, dyed black hair and to white, like that's kind of crazy. So I kept like the gingery brownish color for like I don't know, I kept it for like a few months and then I went back to dark brown slash black. But yeah, eventually I decided that I want to go red, and I bought a lightener from Manic Panic and I bought a box hair dye. It was like this bright red and I just dyed it at home. But I don't know if you are familiar with red shades. It washed out like basically after every second wash. It looked terrible because my hair was really damaged. But I had this color for a while. This next photo is with my hair black again, and I remember it was taken like it was spring. So I had the red hair for a few months, I think. But yeah, eventually I decided I want to dye it black again. And as you can see, the black washed out, but after a few hair dyes, like my hair looked like pretty much pitch black again. I will insert another photo. And as you can see, I still wore black, but I wasn't really a metalhead. I inclined more towards like a gothic style, whatever. I didn't even know what was my style, but basically I always wear black with few exceptions. I had that one red coat you could see in the photo, and that was more or less it. And that period basically continued for a while now. Here is another photo where my hair was longer, and yeah, still like band t-shirts and really boyish look. I think it's really fun to see for people who don't know me. But wait, here comes a twist. In year 2013, when these photos are all made, I also got together with James and I started to actually dress more girly, and I also changed my hair color back to red. I will now insert a photo. And back then I used just a box dye red and it was pretty dark, but I actually really liked it and I stick with that color for a while. I again started to wear skirts, corsets and like tank tops, and yeah, overall I started to dress like a girl finally. And I also started to wear makeup. I never wore makeup until then. As you probably can see in the photos, I wasn't really good at it and it looked quite terrible. I don't actually have any photos from 2014, but I feel like nothing really changed that year. I still look the same. I just was growing my hair out. I wanted to have longer hair again, so that's that. And now in 2015 I start to dabble a little bit in like a Japanese fashion style, and as you can see I used to put a fuchsia hair dye in my red hair and it created this really pretty color. I still didn't wear like pinks and pastels, but I was inclining more towards the Japanese fashion style because I also cosplayed and I was in the community and I really like it. And to be honest, I still like Japanese fashion quite a lot. I just don't dress like that because I feel like it doesn't suit me. But I still like the fashion like quite a lot. It was basically after a while that I decided to give myself bangs because it just went with the cutesy Japanese style. And by this time I still wore like blacks and grays and whites, but I also started a little bit with pinks and more pastels. And this was the first year I really started to wear colors more, because until then like I didn't like at all, I wouldn't touch it. And here is a photo from my prom, and I really like that outfit. I still have the dress because I really like that Chinese type color and the pastel colors, and I really think it looked really nice. I started to getting myself into more of like really kawaii Japanese style, and I really wanted pastel pink hair. And I knew nothing about like those extreme hair colors, and I asked the hairdresser and she basically sent me away because she was, I don't know, she didn't want to put up with long hair, because by that time I had hair like I have now, more or less, maybe a little bit shorter. So I bought myself a size lighteners and I got a hot pink by Manic Panic, and I diluted it with conditioner and I did it. It was around Christmas time, I think. It was in winter, definitely. And first it came out like a peachy color, but then I modified it to more like deeper pink, and it was really pink. I couldn't find any good pictures, but for your reference I will show you two I have found. One is like just the crappy selfie, but the other one is actually taken by a photographer. And as you can see, like it wasn't really like pretty pastel pink, it still had a lot of yellow undertones, but I still really enjoy that hair color. And it's one hair color that I sometimes really miss, because I really liked pink hair on me. I think it really suits me. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want long hair nowadays. But if it was like so easy, like poof, and your hair color will change, I would definitely return to pink hair sometime, because I really liked it. And now, once I set my foot in the world of crazy hair dyes, it just didn't have an end to it. Then I changed my hair to purple, like a lilac-y purple, and by this time I didn't really dress like kawaii. I didn't dress like anything, basically, because I was a full-time cosplayer back then, and basically all my money went into cosplay, and I was really hardcore kinda, and it became more like an obsession than a hobby. And yeah, I was kind of crazy about it. I still wore skirts, but I wore leggings a lot, and I wore like game merchandise. I had these World of Warcraft leggings, and I remember when World of Warcraft Legion was coming out, I got myself a t-shirt with Illidan, and I wore that one a lot. I still have it, I just wear it at home. Yeah, that was basically what I was wearing. It wasn't really a style, it was like a standard gamer girl style. And I actually don't have many photos from this time, because I didn't take photos of myself a lot. Then I changed my hair to turquoise, and then I had this like a fuchsia color. And here actually you can see my druid t-shirt I have made myself. I played a druid and I made myself a t-shirt, and this is basically how I always dress. And then I cut my hair again. I will insert the picture now. Yet again, I don't have many pictures aside from crappy selfies, but this one is like more or less you can see what's going on there. And there is also a cute little bunny. And yeah, I cut my hair like to here, and I still had bangs, and I have dyed it once again pastel pink, and this time it actually worked out, and it was that beautiful cotton candy pastel pink with white undertones, and it was beautiful. And oh, by the way, here I have another photo of me cosplaying. And the pastel pink hair, I had it for quite a while, like in my terms half a year was quite a while. Then I gave myself the worst haircut ever, and I regret it until now, because I still have kind of uneven hair because of it. And why? If I could go back and kick myself to the ass, like I would totally do that, because yeah, I basically loved that hairstyle only like for a week, and then I hated it. And it was basically, I still had bangs, and I cut one of my sides like really short, like it was some weird kind of undercut, and I have like made layers to my hair, and it was like to here, it was really short. It didn't like really look bad, but I just hated that hairstyle on myself. I hated it so much. And then I started with hair color changing again. I went to turquoise again, and then I went back to pink, and between that I don't really have the photos. I think I had a rainbow hair, and this was the time I went really like hardcore kawaii style, and I wore only pastels, and it was kind of hardcore. And then I was starting to return more to a pastel goth scene, more or less, and I have dyed my hair lilac, here you can see. And here are the photos you can more or less remember of me, because I shared them already on my Instagram. Then I had darker hair again after quite a while, because I went for pastels all over for several years. And then it was somewhere between 2017 and 2018 I went like this bright orange color, and I had it for like half a year, and then I went back to purple. By this time I was really straight up goth. I like that witchy goth style that is trending, or it was trending. And this was also the year I got more into Wicca, or like witchcraft, but I thought I will call myself a Wiccan back then. I mean, I've been into paganism before, but I wasn't so active in it. And yeah, basically whole years 2018 and 2019 I was this like straight up goth. And it was the year 2019 when I started to get more in terms with nature. It started to look like what's with me right now. In 2019 I finally started to wear less makeup, and I also grew my bangs out, and I didn't wear those like Killstar stuff anymore. I went for more like simple goth outfits. Like I still wore black, but they were more toned down, they weren't like too out there. In October 2019 I have changed my hair color to red, the one I have now. And as you can see, I still was kind of gothic in these photos, but that was soon to change. And as you can see here on the other one, I wear like minimal makeup, and I wear brown. And as for the rest photos, I'm sure you know them, or you can scroll down on my Instagram. Now I'm more into like the earthy style. I still like to wear my old gothic clothes. I still really enjoy that. I have sold a lot of them, but I still kept some. And actually I really like to wear it sometimes, because like I still like that toned down goth look just with black clothes. But I don't really like to wear that elaborate goth outfits anymore. It's just not for me, and I wouldn't feel good in it. And to be honest, now like it would be almost a year since I changed my hair color, and I don't really know what my style is right now. I just wear what I like. I wear mostly black or earthy tones, and I don't wear pants. I wear skirts because like I find them more comfortable. And yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you liked this video, I hope it wasn't too rambly, and I really hope it was fun. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'm hoping to see you in my next video very soon.